Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. You know, I've flown probably a couple of million miles. I used to work for Rockwell International, and I became the managing director of the Pacific Rim for one of their data communication divisions. On American Airlines alone, I had close to 1 million miles of air travel. And I flew all the airlines. I flew Korean Air, I flew JAL, I flew British Air, I flew, you name it, I flew it. I visited Japan 8 times, Korea 8 times, Singapore 3 times, Australia 3 times. Where else? I've been all over the world. I've been to Switzerland, I've been to France, I've been to Italy, I've been to Portugal, I've been here, there, pretty much everywhere. So I'm no stranger to flying in commercial airplanes. I'm also a private pilot. I'm acrobatic certified and I'm high performance rated. Now, what I don't understand, and maybe somebody can help me with this, how is it possible that Germanwings, the Airbus A-320, flew for 10 minutes in what appeared to be controlled flight on a descent from, what is it, 32,000 feet altitude? And the airplane could have veered off to one of the valleys. With the altitude that it had ample time to veer off and not impact into the mountainous terrains of the French Alps. It didn't do that. It just maintained what appeared to be controlled flight. And for 10 minutes, the airplane flew descending from altitude. And how is it possible that during the 10 minutes that that aircraft flew, not one distress call was sent? How is that possible? The airplane appeared not to have broken up because of its gradual descent. And the debris field, from what's been reported, shows the pieces of the aircraft and bodies scattered through a very large area. So it came down intact. Now, how is it possible that an airplane like the Airbus descended from altitude in controlled flight and the pilot nor the co-pilot was able to send out a distress call? It doesn't make any sense. And then we've got our government, which once again, according to Fox News, just said that terrorism has been ruled out. How can it be ruled out? Nothing should be ruled out until the facts are determined and established. It makes no sense that an airplane of that size would descend gradually over a 10-minute period before it impacted terrain that it appeared it could easily have avoided just by simply changing the direction of flight. I told you about my miles flying commercially. I'm no stranger to flight. I've never had an incident in all those flights, in all those miles. Was I lucky? Maybe so. Were the passengers on Germanwings unlucky? Absolutely. I believe terrorism is what brought that aircraft down. I believe terrorism is what killed all those passengers. No different than I believe terrorism was also involved in that Airbus that went into the Java Sea. The other one that disappeared over the Indian Ocean, I think, well, if you viewed my videos, you know what I think about that particular aircraft. I believe it landed in Diego Garcia in the middle of the Indian Ocean after all the passengers were killed when that Airbus climbed to 45,000 feet and was depressurized intentionally. Will we ever learn the truth? The question can also be asked, will we ever learn the truth about Obama's past? The answer to both of those questions is probably not. Not in my lifetime, and maybe not in your lifetime. I sort of told you what I think. We'll see what the investigation produces. But remember, they only tell us what they want us to know. No more and no less.